All right. Welcome everybody to our Help to Sharing Made Simple class. My name is Kylie Carey. A little bit about my backstory, just so that you're aware. I was introduced to Young Living about 8 years ago. My daughter was just born, and as a new mom, I just felt very unsure about how to take care of my child's health. I was already doing some holistic things at home. I was very conscious about items that I was bringing into my home. I shied away from chemicals as much as possible. When I was pregnant, I just was made aware of, everything that was going on my body would affect my child in the womb. And so I was switching stuff out slowly but surely. And then when my daughter was a month old, a friend of mine came into my coffee shop, and I was sharing a little bit of my birth story with her, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, essential oils would be right up your alley." And so I ended up sitting in on one of her classes that she um, taught at my coffee shop, and I was just blown away. She was talking about how to support our immune system and how to support overall like hormones and respiratory system, and how to support like skin. And these are all things that I was curious about, becoming a mom and being in that postpartum stage, as well as my baby, and how to take care of her skin and anything that would come up with like immune system or respiratory. And so in that class, I just remember feeling so empowered, that I could have these little bottles at home and be able to grab them whenever the situation called for it. And so, because I was using them and because I was really excited to incorporate them into our new wellness routine, I was sharing stories with my friends and my family. And I was like, I totally put lavender in the bath last night with baby Gwen, and it was amazing. And then I got to like rub her down with like coconut oil and peace and calming, and it just really benefited our bedtime routine. And then I noticed when I applied joy to my chest, it just really uplifted my mood and helped, kind of get some happy juices flowing in the morning, after a night of not really getting any sleep. And so it was through these stories that I was able to help some of my friends and family get their own oils. And so I'm really excited to share very simple ideas on how you guys can do that as well. I'm going to help you guys get some ideas on how you can make up your own stories. I know, like, when I did start sharing, I didn't feel like I was being like pushy or salesy. I know some people might feel that way, but really what I felt was I had something that was so beneficial for me that I knew it would be beneficial for somebody else. And so just like I would recommend like a restaurant to somebody, or that I just ate out, or a TV show that I am binge watching, we're always looking for ideas from people that we know, because that's who we trust. And so I hope that through this class, you guys just kind of gain that confidence on, when it comes to sharing your stories, that you don't have to feel pushy or salesy. You don't have to feel like there's just this awkwardness, but that these are your own genuine experiences, and other people do want to hear about them. In this class, I am going to be having one of my best friends, Jasmine sharing a little bit of some simple ideas with you guys as well. And if you don't know Jasmine Locke, she is one of my business builders, as well as one of my best friends. I actually met her through Young Living, and if it would not have been for Young Living, I don't think I would have really come into contact with this amazing, amazing person. And she is a mom, and she's got 3 kiddos, and she's got some really phenomenal stories that I'm sure she'll share with you how she got started, and then we will go ahead and jump into this class. Jasmine.
Yes, you want me to share my story with you?
Yes, please. Sorry.
Okay. That's okay. So my name is Jasmine Locke, and I have been with Young Living for roughly 7 years. And I got started because I was looking for an alternative to help my daughter who had chronic ear infections. They were so bad that we got tubes in her ears at 2 years old, and she still continued to get chronic ear infections after that. Until the age of 5, the doctor decided that they wanted to put her on a Z-Pack. And if you know anything about antibiotics, you know Z-Packs are the pills that you take one for 5 days, and it like knocks everything out of your system. And it's for adults, and they wanted to give it to a little 5-year-old girl. And so I just knew that there was some better alternative to that. And so I just started doing my research. I was already using essential oils like the ones you can get from the grocery store. I grew up in an Asian household, and so I knew like we used herbs and stuff. So I knew like there was, if the Chinese medicine worked, then surely the oils from the same plants would work too. And so I went to a class that was hosted at Kylie's Coffee Shop. Andrea Lehman taught it, who is our upline. And I went home and I like madly did all the research. Like I checked all the different companies, network marketing companies, in-store companies, mom and pop companies. And I just felt like for my family, Young Living was the right choice. And so I signed up probably a few days later, and I have never looked back from then. When I signed up, our friend Heather was like, "Hey, would you be interested in hosting a class for me? We can do like a pampering one." And so at the time I'm still teaching, but I was teaching then. I just had a baby, and a lot of my friends, you know, as teachers were just really stressed. And so I hosted like this little pampering party at my house, and they came and I shared my story about Zephyr, my daughter, and kind of what we've been doing. And a lot of my friends were like, I want in on this. And so they got their own kit. I didn't really know what was coming or what was happening. And then Heather did the same thing again next month. She's like, you know, will you do another one for me? I was like, okay, yeah, that was really fine. I appreciated getting my next order paid for, because that's all I thought about was my next order. And so I did that month and the same thing. And then the following month, she's like, all right, well, I have this goal for you I want you to meet. I had no idea. She's like, I want you to meet a volume of like 2,000. I was like, all right, that should be easy. Like my volume was already at like 1,000 last month. Like I just hosted one class. How hard could this be? I'm a little bit competitive, so I kind of took it in that stride. And so that third month I made Senior Star, and I didn't know that that's what I was doing. That's just kind of where she took me, and I just kind of did what she told me to do, and I made Senior Star. And then at that point, so that's 3 months after I started sharing it, at that point was kind of when I was like, oh, I get it. Like this is something I can do to help pay for my product. We were a one-income family. We had just had a baby, Xander. I wanted these oils in my home, and I needed to find a way to pay for them. And so I started sharing more consistently. And then fast forward like 9 months later, I hit silver, totally on accident, but I definitely, well, it wasn't on accident. It was actually very strategic. Like there was a lot of work. Let me say that wasn't strategic, because there was a lot of work that went into it. And I hit silver in 9 months, and that's when I was like, oh, I can actually I can potentially bring home my husband with this. Oh, I can retire with this. So it took me a while to kind of like see the vision.
Thank you so much, Jasmine, for sharing. Hi, Zane. Let me move on to the next spot. All right. Okay. Okay, so the first part that we want to talk about is being a product of the product. And so what this means is as you use your products every single day, you're going to be creating, you're going to be having your own experiences. And so making sure to like write these stories down is really important because then you can always refer back. And so the personal stories, they make sharing genuine and authentic. Plus, when you use the products regularly, you will notice a difference in the way that you feel, which is why you got involved in the first place. And so we would love to hear in the comments, for those of you who are watching this live, we would love to hear your Young Living story, maybe just sharing like a sentence or two of like how you were introduced and what product really was, we call it like your gateway oil. Like what product was the oil that sold you on getting your own oils, and maybe getting like your orders monthly and what that looked like for you. I know for me, mine was Thieves, a little like what I had talked about earlier of just really like empowering myself when it came to taking care of a newborn child and making sure that her immune system was supported in every way that I could. I loved diluting it and rubbing it on the bottom of her feet, and then as well as I like to rub it on my neck. And so that was a huge one for me. Awesome. And then the next thing is you're gonna explore outside your premium starter kit. So if you were like me, I wanted the best bang for my buck, and so I made sure to get the premium starter kit that comes with the 12 oils and the diffuser. Well, actually, you know, at the time that I started 8 years ago, we did not get a diffuser with our kit. I got a $40 off coupon, and I had to put in a separate order to get a diffuser and pay shipping for all of that. And so we have come a long way. And so you guys are really getting an amazing and incredible deal on like $400 worth of product, and then you only get it for $165. But you're going to start exploring products outside of the kit that you have. And so here on the screen are some really great lines that Young Living has created for you to do that based on your own lifestyle. So if you have pets, you know, the Animal Sense line is fantastic. The oils are veterinarian approved. If you've got kids, those oils, similar to the Animal Sense oils, those ones are already pre-diluted, safe, you know, ready to go. The Art Skincare line, if you're looking to support your skin, if you've got teenagers at home who are just going through that really awkward hormone stage, you know, those are some great skincare products to share with them. And so there's a lot of awesome places to explore outside of your premium starter kit. And so make it a point to swap out and try 1 to 3 new Young Living products every month. This allows you to build more testimonies, and it also helps you support your health and that much more. And then make sure you are ordering these on Essential Rewards. It is the best way to save money and get free stuff. And so I remember I hopped on Essential Rewards like the very next month. We didn't have the option to do it right away 8 years ago, and so now we have that option. And so if you haven't yet, definitely get onto the program because you will be able to get a percentage back of what you spend, and it's just like I imagine it like a coffee shop card. You know, you buy 9 drinks, you get, you know, your 10th one free. And so it's similar to that of like, as you buy your oils, you're going to get a percentage back to put towards free product just by being a part of this program. And if you're not sure where to start, make it a mission to sprinkle Young Living throughout your house. Sprinkling Young Living throughout your house will help you use your Young Living products regularly to support your health and build testimonies at the same time. It will also serve as a casual advertisement if you have guests over. So I know for me, like if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So I have to have my oils on the nightstand, in the bathroom, in the kitchen if I happen to touch a really hot pan and I need instant skin support. Even have oils outside on the patio, just for any flying pests around. So making sure that they are ready to go and for you to grab. And then there's no way that you're going to miss it, and it will always strike up a conversation, especially when you have people over. I know a lot of us are doing things online now, just through Zoom, with the situation that we have going on in the world today. And so maybe that even looks like, I can already see Jasmine's oils behind her. Anitra, you've got your stuff too. And so it will always spark a conversation of like, wait, what are those? And tell me more about them. And so as a pro tip, make sure you have thieves or lavender hand soap in every guest bathroom. That's the one place they will probably visit and they will need to use the product. I didn't really consider ordering. Young Living came out with the Luscious Lemon hand soap, and we had already had the thieves in my house. And so it wasn't until I was hanging out at Jasmine's house that I got to smell the Luscious Lemon hand soap and smell how amazing it and fresh it smelled. And so it's definitely something that we've gotten since then, just in my own home. Just want to make sure nobody else is hopping on. So what, Jasmine, can you share like what were the first products that like you wanted to switch out in your home? Was there like a specific room that you wanted to tackle right away?
So it was not a specific room, but I definitely wanted to tackle supplements. So, I mean, it's in my kitchen, maybe that room. And so for me, like I've been with them for 7 years now. And so a lot of my story is supplements based. For me personally, as an individual, my children, it's primarily oils. But for me personally, the biggest change has been the supplements with Young Living. And so that was one thing that like I grew up already doing. It was already a habit in my life. I was starting to learn about the quality of oils. I was starting to be able to like prioritize supplements, the quality of the supplements in my life, and buying, better quality versus whatever I could get at Walgreens. And so I started like one by one. I started with, I think multigreens was my first one. Well, Ningxia Red was my first one, but I don't count that as like a supplement. It is a supplement, but I didn't count that as a supplement. I'm thinking like pills. Sorry. Multigreens. And I really love that, and still one that I take regularly. My boys love to like pop it open and eat it straight away. So that was one thing that I changed right away. And then the next one was vitamin C, and then the Super B. There was a great Super B famine, and I didn't even know because there was never a Super B ever available when I first started. And then it came back in stock, and Royal Condom and Myra Yarbrough was like, I can't believe it's back in stock. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so I tried it, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so I'm hooked on it. My ex-boyfriend's hooked on it. My current boyfriend's hooked on it. So it's phenomenal. It's a great one. And now like I was pregnant, and then I had Zane. I used all supplements, Young Living supplements, exclusively through that pregnancy, and then with hormone changes and things like that. So that's like been my favorite thing. After that was laundry, because I was making laundry detergent on my own, and this was pre the Thieves laundry detergent you see on the screen. And so I was buying the Thieves bar soap and grinding it down and adding the Thieves household cleaner to it and stirring it up and adding the borax and the baking soda to the big 5-gallon jugs. I was doing that because I had skin reactions to laundry detergent and air freshener or fabric softeners and the things. So that was an area that like I had already cleaned up in my life, so it wasn't priority. But then I progressed to that area next. And then once they came out with the laundry detergent, I was like, all right, here we go.
I love that, like how you incorporated what products we had with other things just so that you could make the products that you want that Young Living just didn't have yet. Because I mean, I feel like you know, the more and more they come out with new products, we get to do that less and less. But I remember doing the whole grinding and the mixing and the warming, and now it's all dissolved. It's totally a thing. Oh my gosh. And then what you had also touched on about like the supplements and the Super B, I think you actually introduced me to the whole Super B concept as well. So you got me hooked on it. And so like that totally like leads us into, you know, like exactly what Jasmine had just talked about of like, she was using like these products in front of others. And so when you use them in front of your friends, they almost always ask like, what is that? You know, why is Super B important to you? And, you know, why do you go through all those steps just to make laundry soap when you can just go to the store and, you know, Costco has it, you know, relatively inexpensive, right? You know, all of these things. But you can use an oil or eat, you know, Young Living Wolfberry Crisp bars. It doesn't matter, you know, what it is it's always going to strike up a conversation. Sometimes what I like to do is like, I like to offer it to other people, you know, like if I'm rolling on, you know, deep relief, you know, for whatever reason, feeling a little bit of discomfort on my wrist, you know, like I'll offer it to the person that is with me at the time and just like, oh, do you, you know, want to try it too? You had mentioned that, you know, you slept wrong and your neck is a little weird today. And so those are some really great opportunities for you to use to help people just, you know, kind of become aware of what you do or how you use them. And so my favorite products that I might use in front of a friend are the roll-ons, just because they're so easy to take with me. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have a wallet that these are actually like, it's I think for like lipstick or lip gloss. And so I have the roll-ons in here ready to go. And so I can pull it out every time I'm at the store. And, you know, the cashier almost always says like, oh, what's that smell? And like, what are those for? And then I just like pull out a little business card so that it's really easy for them to get the link to learn more about that. Another really great product that you can use in front of your friends and family is your diffuser. You know, having that on every time you have somebody over, or, you know, taking a picture of it and, you know, posting it on your Insta stories, letting them know like your favorite blend, you know, maybe like why you love Thieves Cleaner so much and how it smells and how it is, you know, plant-based, you know, like these are all like things that people are like really looking for right now in some non-toxic options. And then, like I said at the beginning of this class, and how we recommend a product, you know, we like to tell people the latest and greatest things we are personally experiencing or using. We have that at our fingertips right now all the time, which for me can be a little overwhelming because I tend to get like finger happy and like press the button to like buy something right away, and I like didn't really think about it beforehand. It's sometimes I think it has become too easy, but when they share their new favorite health podcast, you ask if they have heard of your favorite health podcast. You know, like that's pretty common to exchange information that you can relate about. Or when they tell you about this new Mexican restaurant, you tell them about another great Mexican restaurant they should try. And so we're always recommending things, restaurants, TV shows, podcasts, fitness classes, and health products. So when you are catching up with friends and they express needs, you can use it as an opportunity to ask if you can make a recommendation. If they say yes, share with them how a Young Living product may be beneficial. If you have no idea what product may be good for their express needs, you can use reference materials. So you can always look up what they could try and share the recommendation. You could ask Jasmine or me or the person who introduced you to Young Living, do you know a little bit more about this product, or do you have any stories for this specific thing that my friend is asking about, and be able to say, hey, I don't know, but my friend knows or has tried, and this was her experience or his experience. But making sure that you're honest and telling them that you haven't used it yet, but you hear it's great and would be worth a try. There is like nothing worse than like pretending like you've tried something when you really haven't. Like, I promise you, like, your friend will see right through you. So remember, like, you don't have to be the expert when it comes to sharing the oils. Like, this is so community based, and our Unfiltered Oiler team is like right here with you to point you to any stories or testimonies that you can have at your fingertips. And then making sure like you're sharing compliantly when you speak to wellness versus illness. And the reason why is because the FDA does not have regulation over essential oils, and so we are not healthcare professionals. You cannot talk about how you've cured something, treated something, prevented something, or what's that other one I'm missing? Diagnosing. And so this is to protect you as a member and as a distributor, making sure that when you are sharing publicly that you are, talking about how you're supporting your system. And you can even share all the ways that you're supporting that situation. Even though I used lavender during bedtime, I also made sure to turn the TV off an hour before bedtime. And I also, made sure that we got to run around a little bit more before, so making sure that you're kind of touching on like the whole situation and not just speaking on how lavender cured all my issues for bedtime. And so some of the best resources that you can use, just so that you have them. I love the Life Science Pocket reference app on my phone. I love being able to click on it and like look up the single oils or the blends. You can also look up by personal issue that you're curious about, and then some things will pop up. If you're not like technological minded, there's also the Pocket Reference book from Life Science Publishers. And then you can even just like, I like to use Pinterest for Young Living ideas, or I might do a search engine for it. And I might just type in like Young Living and then whatever I want to search, and a lot of ideas will pop up. All right. Okay. And then when you're sharing on social media, so we post pictures of ourselves, friends, family, members, and things we are doing all the time. We also make recommendations in our social media stories and feed often. The last time you posted a picture of your meal and said, so good, and tagged that restaurant in the photo, you were totally making a recommendation to your friends and giving free marketing to that restaurant, and not even getting paid for it. So what if you got paid for every person that you went to eat there because of what you posted? You may not be able to convince the restaurant to give you a little piece of their pie for referring others, but Young Living says thank you for sharing by giving you cash in your pocket. There's so many ways to casually share or recommend Young Living on social media without being salesy. Sometimes you don't even have to show the product in the picture to spark a conversation that leads to oily talk. Share regularly how you are living life, the fun things that you are doing, the things that you love. If you're using Young Living regularly, I know it will get sprinkled into your posts in an authentic, genuine way. To be even more intentional, be consistent. Studies show that it can take seeing an ad up to 20 times before someone decides to buy. Posting consistently will ensure you are being seen when someone is ready to say yes. I'm not telling you to constantly post a salesy ad saying this is great for X, Y, and Z, but buy it here and post your link. Facebook will hide your post if you do that. They totally will be like, no. If social media is your jam, I'm telling you to get your face on social media on a regular basis. And then sprinkle Young Living into your posts here and there and make sure people know you are the go-to person for getting oily. I cannot stress like how important this is, because it takes 20 times for someone to buy something. By the 15th time that somebody's exposed to oils, it might have been another oil person just popping up into their life. And so Jasmine and I were talking about this the other day, and just the idea of being consistent and letting the person know, like, when you are ready to get your oils, this is how you do it. And just making sure that they have those steps available, which we will totally give you those steps in just a second. But making sure that you've fully communicated those steps, so that when it is that 15th time and that new oily person shows up in their life, they're going to remember you and how, you were there to initially give them a sample in the first place. And you were there to share your stories with them. And, you were there when they had questions, right? And so that's what we mean by being consistent, and showing up in their lives on that regard. If you have been sharing consistently on social media and it hasn't sparked any conversations, reach out to the person that invited you, reach out to me, reach out to Jasmine. We would love to take a look at your posts, and if you need like any recommendations or suggestions like on how you can increase engagement. We also have a recommendation as far as like a book that you could read to get some more information on this. It is called Getting Noticed by Lindsay Teague Marino. She will even break down like the algorithms for you, which are things that I don't even understand. And she will share like what times of days to post and how many times to post. And it's not overwhelming at all. It's just a really simple overview. And so if you're looking for something to like ingest some information on, I definitely recommend that. Jasmine, I'm curious, what is something that you have recently posted, just like the first thing that you think of? What is something Young Living related that you posted, and can you tell us more about that? Did you hear me?
Like posted or put on stories?
Either way.
Yeah, so like most mornings, the first image that pops up is my diffuser going with what I have diffusing. Like I found that just being consistent with my posts in the morning has been a good engagement source. I have gotten so many conversations about this diffuser, albeit from already oil users, but about this diffuser specifically. And so that's been really cool to engage with that. And then I think like the last like oil post I did was, I'm actually looking right now.
No, you're totally fine.
I did one about franking your boobs because we all need frankincense on our boobs, boy and girl boobs. And then I do a lot of my like wellness boxes as posts, and those are cool because I get a good mix of conversation through Young Living members and then through non-members. Like if I'm doing multi-greens, which we've already talked about, like I'll have a Young Living member say, oh, that's like one of my favorite supplements too, or I've never tried that one. And then obviously like you'll have the non-Young Living members who will engage with the same question, like, what do you use that for? Why are you taking that? So yeah. So like I don't post too much about oils. Like I don't post too much about oils. Most of my posts are about my family, but a lot of my stories and stuff are about oils.
More of like lifestyle stuff on a daily basis. I really
Yeah.
like how consistent you've been in sharing your diffuser blend in the morning, because it helps me like copy it and like put it in the diffuser right away. I immediately have an idea just looking at your Insta stories. So thank you. Um, all right, so we'll talk about infusing your hangout with oils. So maybe you're somebody who's a little bit more cautious and you're trying to stay home, and maybe this isn't something for you right now. But in the future, when we imagine, that things will look a little bit different, if you enjoy entertaining in your space, you can put an oily twist to your get together. If you are crafty, you can host a DIY night, charge for supplies, and make a few oily goodies. We actually just did this a few nights ago at Jasmine's house. That was last night, not a few nights ago, where we got together and we made a bunch of like stocking stuffers with the oils. And so this is like a really fun thing to do if you want to be like a little like cost efficient when it comes to gifting things for a lot of people. You can make things like sugar scrubs and mask sprays and little blends that are already good to pour into somebody's diffuser. You can exchange recipes ideas using the oils, and so we made sure just to charge for supplies, and then we just had everything available. Jasmine had oils in the diffuser and it just smelled amazing. um, and then when it comes to the recipes, if you want to have those little dishes already prepared to share, you can do that. We've done a lot of get-togethers using the vitality oils in our baking and in our cooking, and then sharing those recipe cards and talking about the health benefits. If you are somebody who likes to pamper others, like Jasmine did when she first started using the oils, you can host your own pamper party, let people come over, do facials with Young Living products, and then again, just like charging for the cost of supplies and having a freaking awesome time. I missed that pamper party, Jasmine, and I am angry because I just kept hearing so many awesome stories about that night. And I don't remember what I had something else going on, but like those are some really awesome like quality times to like build community and just get together. So I'm glad that you guys got to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are looking for more get together ideas and recipes to use, there's some resources. I like to use Grow Workspace, is GRO workspace.com. And then also you can reach out to Jasmine or I or the person who introduced you to Young Living. You can get ideas just through our Unfiltered Oilers Facebook group. We are always posting fun get together ideas on there, and even some online stuff for right now. And you can always invite people onto those calls. Or in-person events that we have going on. We want to open it up to your friends and family as well. Okay, and so help too. So who in your life could benefit from these products? So this is the whole reason that we're here. And so I hope that us talking about like being a product of the product and recommending them to others has given you ideas on your testimonies and what those stories would be when you are sharing with people. But think about the person that invited you to try Young Living, and then think about all the good that has come from that person sharing with you. Aren't you so grateful that they shared with you? And then what if you could change someone's life as your enroller did yours? Now that you have realized how much we rely on each other to recommend products and how much we appreciate it when people invite us to try new things, it's time to think about 2 people who you want to recommend Young Living to and invite to try Young Living. Who could really benefit from these products. So it could be a family member, a childhood friend, a current friend or neighbor, a coworker, or someone from your church, fitness club, or child's school. We know so many people and meet new people almost every day. Make an impact in your community and share these products with the people you know. Make it a personal mission to help 2 people in your inner circle to get their very own Young Living Premium Starter Kit. The added bonus to helping your friends get their own Premium Starter Kit is that when they use your member number or personal sign-up link to order, you will get $50, a $50 thank you check from Young Living. Young Living makes it convenient to embrace a healthy lifestyle, providing health and abundance. Who will you serve by sharing Young Living? In order to receive your $50 bonus from Young Living, you must order 50 PV or $50 in products in the same calendar month that the new member orders their Premium Starter Kit. And so if I sign up Sally with her own Premium Starter Kit this month in November, I need to personally make sure that I have a 50 PV order placed to make sure to get that $50 thank you check from Young Living. So tell us in the comments 2 people who you know who could benefit from Young Living products. Okay, and so I told you that I would let you know what those steps are to help somebody get their own oils. And here is the graphic that visually shares those things with you, but I'll walk you through it as well. To find your own member number and link, in order to ensure your friend or family sign up under you, you can get your $50 thank you check from Young Living. You must have your friend or family members use your personal Young Living member number to get their own Premium Starter Kit. If they do not use your member number, they will just be put under a random person within the area that they live in. Young Living does want to make sure that their members are supported, their customers are supported. And so if that person didn't say, hey, Jasmine signed me up or Jasmine introduced me to Young Living, here's her member number, Young Living's going to be like, oh, well, Joe over here lives in that area and we want to make sure that, Sally is, where I am supported. So you can simply give people your member number and they can plug into the enroller and sponsor spot on the Young Living website, or you can text or email them your personal sign-up link. They will not need to type in your member number if you give them your personal sign-up link. So to get your personal sign-up link, you're going to log into the virtual office, youngliving.com/vo/hashtag/login. And you're going to click on member resources and then click on link builder. And then this is where your personal member link lives. Your member number is auto-populated into the My Sponsor ID and Enroller ID spot and automatically inserted into the link at the bottom. If you copy that link, you can send it to others who are ready to order. Or like I said earlier, you can let them know when you are ready to order, here is the link that you are going to use. That way they can always refer back to it when the time is right for them. If you need help on finding this, let us know and we will definitely get it out to you. One thing that I like to do is when I do help somebody get their own oils, you can edit this little form here to create a custom link, and I will put their member number in the sponsor and enroller spot. And then I will copy it again with the new numbers in it, and then I will send them this link just so that they have it already and they don't have to go into their account and look for it. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming and hearing more about how we share and recommend to our friends and all the time. I hope you enjoyed the tips and tricks on how to get more intentional with building personal testimonies, how to make sharing Young Living simple, and how to leverage social media without being salesy. Let me know how I can help you or how Jasmine can help you help too. Before we hop off, I have a fun giveaway that is for somebody who is on here live.